Look, Red, I don't know what you're trying to gain from any of this drama stuff. All I did was be asked on a live stream um, about you, and then I just responded to it. Or you came up in some way. I don't remember exactly what happened. You know me, my memory's not the best. You came up, I just gave my honest opinion, and I gave honestly what had happened. What had happened was that you, like a triggered social justice warrior, got mad at me for making jokes about colonizing Kazakhstan. Yeah, the flag's right there. I'm that much of a fucking nerd. Is that I like the country that much I have their flag. Um, with my dick, which, I mean, you know me. I don't really care about relationships that much outside of the emotional component. I'm not a particularly sexual person. I mean, just look at me. I, clearly a sexual god. Clearly a being who is horny 24/7. No, I don't care about that stuff. So like the idea of me having that opinion is incredibly bizarre. Um, it just doesn't make any sense. And so it was obviously a joke when I said it, and the reason it's a joke is because it's funny. Like the idea of white people saying that they're gonna colonize Asia with their dick, like they may have an easier time getting sex there because it's a third world country, and when you have more money, and people are desperate, you can use that to manipulate people. But that's wrong, for one, and I'm not really a moralist. I don't really believe in morality or whatever. But that's, like you gotta feel at least a little bit bad when you're doing something like that. Like a little bit. Um, so, it's a bit silly. That's the premise of the joke, is just saying that it all is silly. The other joke I made was that thoughts are cool. And so he's gone on to continually call me a simp because of that. Look, I'm in favor of slut culture. I'm in favor of sluts having sex with as many guys if they as they want to, if they want to, because it doesn't damage me in any way for that to happen. Like, I just don't care. If I were, a heterosexual male who was just constantly thinking about sex, like I don't even look at porn. If I were just constantly thinking about it, and I just wanted to have sex all the time, then maybe it would frustrate me that other people would, be having sex because my girlfriend cheated on me or whatever. And I mean, maybe you've had bad experiences like that, and I'm not bashing you for feeling that way. But in my personal opinion, I just don't care if sluts exist or believe whatever they believe. Like, as a libertarian, ultimately I believe in freedom. I believe in the freedom for men and women to exercise their own bodies how they want. That is a fundamentally inalienable right. What goes on with your body is something you should control. Your private property is your body. They can't take that from you. Out of everything, that is your private property. And so, the idea of like us as men being able to sit here and say, oh, you can't, you have to be a homemaker, or you have to. No, screw that. Who cares? It doesn't affect me. Who cares? Like, everyone should have the freedom to do whatever they want. It doesn't matter, you know? I believe in freedom. And so I like, maybe thoughts are a bad thing, but for one, it doesn't affect me, so I'm not gonna muster up the strength to even have an opinion in the first place. I don't think they're cool. I don't think they're bad. I don't think anything about them because I don't care. And so, like, when I say thoughts are cool, it's not my honest opinion. It's just a joke, you know? And like, I've had like sluts send me nudes and stuff before, and I think that's cool. I think I like getting the attention. But did I think that all sluts were good just because those specific sluts were nice to me? No. Do I think all sluts are bad just because some sluts have been, a bit uncaring to me? No, because I believe in nuance and I don't believe in trying to put every single person of a single gender into a box. It's like saying that, all men are just these raving, horny, violent, sexual creatures who are, out there to be angry all the time, the way that social justice warriors tend to present like toxic masculinity or something. It's retarded, right? You would never say that because you as a man, that men are individuals. They come from different backgrounds, and those different backgrounds and genetics influence different behavior patterns that they may have. And so it's nuanced. They're an individual. They think differently than me. And women are individuals too. Everyone is an individual. It's a question of liberty. Is that people should be allowed to exercise their freedoms because we never truly understand what they're going through. Like, we can make statements about somebody else that are kind of around the edge that you feel like it's right, but you never truly know. Like, you're not inside someone's head, and if you think you understand the motivations of everyone around you, listen, I gotta I got a rain check for you there, because you don't. You're not inside somebody else's head. The only person's head you're inside of is your own. And so if you believe that you understand everybody else's motivations, you don't, and you're retarded, and you need to be told that. And so you can't broadly categorize all women. You can't broadly categorize all men. You can't broadly categorize all people, because all people are different. That's a scientific fact. Look it up. Don't complain to me. And so, I just don't care. I don't have a stance. I don't think that all sluts are good or bad. I support their right to exist. That doesn't mean I support them, That's my actual opinion. See, it's a little bit more nuanced than just thinking that all of them are good, but that was the joke. The joke was that I thought all of them were good. Ultimately, the only things that I believe in are rational selfishness and the idea of no morality. I don't believe in morals. Again, I don't claim to be a moralist. The only moral view that you can have is the belief in selfishness. And so, if what they're doing is in their rational self-interest, who am I to say that what they're doing is bad? Because ultimately, they were doing what was in their self-interest. And it didn't affect me. So if it didn't affect me, then why do I care? If random Joe Bob down the street got fucked over by a slut because she was acting in her self-interest to do what brought her the most pleasure, I don't give a fuck about Joe Bob. He's not my friend. I don't know the guy. Why would I care about the pain that he's in? The only thing, ultimately, that I support is selfishness. Being selfish is good. Greed is a good thing. And so I just don't care. I don't have a reason to care. And I think you're retarded for caring about this at all. I make a couple jokes and then you freak out about them for reasons that don't matter. Even if I thought that, even if in another world I actually believed the things that you thought I believed, why would it matter if you can't change it? If you can't change someone's perspective on something, why do you care? Can you imagine the amount of effort that must take to care about the way that somebody else thinks? You can't change their opinion. Why even try, at that point? It's weird. It's weird to get upset about something like that. Especially when, you consider someone to be your best friend. We didn't even have a conversation about this stuff. You just banned me outright. And I mean, that's fine. If you believe that's in your self-interest, I'm not going to be mad at you. But I just think it's weird. I think it's weird that you would unfriend and ban me over jokes that I made, and you didn't even give me time to explain myself. It was just guilty until proven guilty. And it was weird. But, I mean, hey, what can you do? There's some niggas out here be wildin'. This video in question, the video that he posted, claimed that I had said that he couldn't get matches on Tinder, which if I recall correctly, that was a joke. I think I said it in like an over-exaggerated voice, like of me like pretending to be Red, saying that he couldn't get matches on Tinder. That was a joke. If I'm remembering the train of events correctly, I don't have the energy to go back and watch the stream. I don't really care, but that was basically what happened. And so I had said I had said these things, and Red makes this video as like a compilation of Discord screenshots. I don't know why he couldn't have just said it. It was a weird format to make a video, and it felt sort of autistic. But um, I thought what I was saying was pretty obviously inoffensive because in the past he has complained about people on Tinder. Now I don't remember the specific details of it, and again I could be remembering wrong. I don't care. But I remember him complaining about Tinder in the past, and I also remember him bragging about Tinder as well. Later on, he would start bragging about how many people he was getting on Tinder, and I mean, it's obvious that he would get people on Tinder. He looks like a normie, like he is a normie. So I don't know. I don't know why I would lie about him not getting people on Tinder when he obviously has the physical features to get people on Tinder. Like he looks like a normal like 7, 8 out of 10 normie guy who goes to the gym and shit. Why would I have the motivation to lie about him not getting people on Tinder when that lie would obviously be not true to anyone with half a brain cell, you know? Um, and it's weird. Like I think he's just too autistic to not understand that I made a joke. And again, these things are jokes. They're very clearly jokes. I don't know how much more clear I have to make it. But because he's autistic, and there are normies who are autistic, he just doesn't understand jokes. That's a part of being autistic, is that you don't know when someone's joking. And I think a lot of people don't really understand what autism is. They don't really know how it impacts human behavior in the brain. There are tons of autistic people who are able to get along fine in normie society, and Red appears to be one of those people. Sometimes just being chill around normies and having good physical features is enough. And good on him. I congratulate him on that front for being able to do that, but uh, I wish he would stop making this video about me and mentioning me in other videos because I hate his fans. And you've heard me over and over and over again say that I hate his fans because they're retarded. And I mean, as Red's own mom said, low quality people tend to flock to low quality people, so it doesn't really surprise me. But I wish they would just leave me alone. I don't like them. I think if many of them killed themselves, the world would be a better place. And I just don't want them commenting on my videos. They're too stupid to watch my channel, and I don't like them as human beings. So I hope they go away eventually, and I would like for him to stop making videos about me, because as I've said over and over again, unsubscribe. I don't want more viewers or more subscribers, especially not from his community. Watch the video, all of these Yoshika Miyako Reds on my lawn or whatever. I talk for a long ass time about just how bad his audience is, and I don't know why anyone would want them. And I mean, it's kind of an audience that he created, because as much as he complains about people shitting on him, and people like cringing at his videos, if you look at his Reddit, he posts his videos on subreddits like r/sadcringe, and other subreddits that are clearly made to make fun of people. And so he's asking for it. Like, he's posting it he's giving inflammatory titles and thumbnails, and then posting the videos in communities that are made for lolcows. And so that's the audience that he's trying to cultivate, as much as he complains about it, especially like associating himself with hiding in my room and stuff like that, someone who makes fake videos and has a fake personality in order to get people, to laugh at him, basically, to get people to discuss his drama, and so he can get more money. The fact that he would associate himself with a lolcow like that is going to inevitably lead to people from that community doing the same thing to him. And so when he complains about these people being in his audience, it's like, well, no shit, you asked for it, you know? Um, but I don't ask for stuff like that. I try very hard to keep these people out of my videos. And that's why, like, so many of the videos I make just have incoherent titles. They have titles that people would not click on because they're not clickbait. I try to make the opposite of clickbait. I try to make my titles so weird that no one would click on them. Because I don't want these people here. I just want to make YouTube videos. Um, is it so much to ask to get all of these Yoshika Miyako Reds off my lawn? I don't know. But I didn't lie about you. You lied about me by saying I said things that were jokes as not jokes. So thanks for that. And leave me alone.